So finally we can leave Prague, we can actually go to a different city, and that's what we will do today. We're actually going to a city near the German border called Karlovy Vary. It's very heavy on the Russian influences, and sometimes it's even called Little Russia, because there's still so many Russian citizens there as well. However, we first have to go on a 2.5 hour journey on a bus. That's going to be the yellow bus over there. The weather is good, and I can hopefully sleep for another 2.5 hours on the bus. We have to wear a face mask for 2.5 hours, but I'm sure that will be fine. So I would say let's go and let's start our journey. So yes, we finally made it. 2.5 hours bus ride, but we made it. We are finally in Karlovy Vary. So I would just say let's just go have a look around, and I'll show you the nice things around here. So for me, Karlovy Vary is nothing really new. I actually used to live here for 2 years, from 2017 to 2019. What you will see in this video is that all the buildings really look nice. They have been renovated. And that is because there used to be so many Russian people here, most of the time the rich Russians. So they used to buy up those apartment buildings and renovate them. So they're very colorful, in good shape, good condition, and definitely in the city center here, they look really wonderful. So let's go, let's see what we can find. And yeah, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it because it's a wonderful city. In the beginning of this video, I also called it Little Russia. The reason for that is because there's still, of course, a lot of Russian people. Now, most of those Russian people actually left. They went to rebuild Crimea. Now you see a lot of people from Armenia here, or from Kazakhstan, and a lot of from the Emirates actually at the moment, so from Dubai. But still, most signs here that you can find are in Czech and in Russian. So Karlovy Vary is well known for its multiple spas inside the Czech Republic and outside of the Czech Republic. There are multiple here, and so if you really want to relax, or you just want to give yourself a good body treatment, this is definitely the place to go. And one of them is this one. It's well, it needs a little bit of renovation on the outside, I think. So here you can relax, get some good body scrub, or having swimming pool inside as well. Unfortunately, of course, those buildings are currently closed, but I believe that they will open next week. So by that time I'm already gone, because I wish I could stay here a little bit longer, but also the hotels are closed. I tried to call them, but they didn't allow me to stay, even if it was for business. It is actually today very windy, even though the weather is really nice. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. So actually the first stop is a rather fascinating building, but it's under construction, which is a very good sign. It is a very big hotel building called Hotel Thermal. And well, it's literally in the middle of Karlovy Vary, but it has this old, really old Soviet look to it. And, normally here, every year there's like a film festival going on here. And even though this is a hotel, they will also use it as the main attraction for the film festival. But also there's a cinema in there as well. But somehow, I don't know, you'll see, this building is rather fascinating in a lot of ways. I think it's in contrast to the buildings and the apartments here. Just doesn't seem to fit in, I don't know. So there you go, the nice apartment buildings. And then you just turn around, and then you see this large piece of concrete. Now I know that they always had different plans for this, because this used to be actually a really fascinating and beautiful hotel on the inside. There used to be like swimming pools, saunas, stores used to be in there, like kind of like a shopping mall vibe. The swimming pool, however, I think now by the looks of it, they're also reconstructing it. That's a little bit outside. There used to be a bridge towards it. But I don't know. I have no idea how long it will take them. But it's yeah, it's still so odd to see that, right? I mean, something so beautiful like the area itself is so wonderful, and then you just have that. Actually, because I've never been in there, and even though it's under construction, I still want to take a look to see if it's, you know, if we actually can go in or not. Right. If I'm not allowed in there, hello bird. It would be kind of odd because there's no fences or anything. If I hear a guard shouting at me, I know it's probably time to leave. Right. And still inside, it still looks very old, Soviet-like. Now, of course, it's something that the Czech Republic will never get rid of. And in a lot of ways, I think it's very important to keep those buildings like this, because it's a memory of the past, right? Yeah, so the hotel part is definitely under construction. And then indeed this bridge used to go up to the swimming pool. Now, last time I was up there, the swimming pool by itself was in a terrible state. I mean, it wasn't been used for many years, and you could enter it by then. They probably want to bring this hotel back to its former glory. I just hope that all the concrete colors will just be a little bit better, but who knows. So to me, Karlovy Vary always seems like a fairy tale. Definitely because of all the buildings that they have here, all the greenery, all the colors. And it looks so neat. Take a look. You have a nice park. Yeah. Karlovy Vary is also very well known for its hot springs. And you can actually taste the water. I don't think they are turned on currently. Usually there's like a whole tour around it, and there normally flows natural water out of here, and then you can see the temperature as well, and you can drink it actually because it's really fresh water. And you can buy these special cups here, like they're really tiny, especially made for this water. However, if you do insist of drinking it, there are multiple spots with like different temperatures, different kind of tastes. Be prepared, because if you drink too much of it, you're gonna have a very entertaining time on the toilet, I can tell you that much. It probably has something to do with the sulfur in the water that really gives you the runs. So if you do decide to do it, make sure you have a hotel, make sure you don't have to go back by bus, because else the bus ride would be torment. So most buildings in the city center though are unfortunately hotels, of course. I mean, Karlovy Vary is a big touristic attraction for Russians. They even have an airport here with flights directly to St. Petersburg and back. That's the only flights here actually that arrive. Mostly the airport is of course used for freight, but the tourists that come here, it's just only one trip, I think. It's or maybe even twice a day that it goes from Karlovy Vary to St. Petersburg. And like I said earlier as well, that once a year there's the film festival here, and then it's really packed. There's of course a lot of art house movies, but there will be also some Hollywood stars that come here. Then you can spend here, it's 10 days long, 10 days watch movies. There's big festivals everywhere in the city center, there's live music, it's crazy. So if you are into that kind of thing, definitely look it up. Just look up the film festival in Karlovy Vary. You'll get more information there, and it's definitely, yeah, you have to definitely, it's worth it to check it out. So I would recommend it, highly recommendable. And probably to me the most iconic building here in Karlovy Vary is also a spa, what else, or a hotel. And that's this building, look at this. It just looks so much like an old Roman building. It isn't, but it definitely has the influences of it. And it's of course also a spa, like I mentioned. And there's also one of those water faucets here that you can drink from. Check this. Unfortunately it's closed. I wish I could show you a little bit more, but you get the idea of it, I think. You get the picture. And one of them is actually working. So they say it's 62 degrees. Oh yeah, it's definitely hot. I can tell you that much. Oh yeah. So you can taste it, you can drink it. Let's see if I can lift it up a little bit, the camera. Well, it's actually a very good time to do the construction right now. Definitely with everything closed. And every time I'm here, I'm just amazed by how good everything looks. Like I said, you know, if you live here, sure, you walk here multiple times and then you start to not see the beauty anymore. I think that's in most cities, right? It doesn't matter where you live. If you live in a very big city that's very popular with tourists and you walk there every day, you don't see it anymore. But for me it has been, I would say 9 months ago since I was here. So yeah, and I haven't seen it in beautiful weather for ages. So. Wonderful. There's one more thing that I actually want to show you. It's they have like a large geyser here. Now it has been already under construction for 2 years, so I think it's also probably going to be closed. But it's actually rather famous here as well. See, so many famous things here. It's unbelievable. Then after I show you guys that, I will probably close the video, and there will definitely be part 2, of course, because there's still plenty to see. And then there might as well, depending on how much time I have and what I can film, there will be definitely a part 3. So hopefully you will stick around for the other parts as well. Okay. So you can kind of figure out that the most attractions here were built during the Soviet time. So you can also see it on the building. You know, when it was built during the 60s, 70s, 80s, it's just one big piece of concrete. There's also a church there. It's just a normal church. There's still a Orthodox Russian church as well, which I will definitely show you guys in part 2. But yeah, as you can see, it's under construction. And yes, can it even get more Soviet? I mean, just look at the floors, right? Tiles everywhere. So it's rather impressive, to be honest. You know, probably had a lot of work, but the design of itself of the building. More. 72 degrees. Yeah, you definitely don't want to put your hands on this for a long time. There are 2 more. Oh, actually, one is still working off 72. It's hard to explain because, of course, you can feel the heat coming from the water. I can definitely tell you that in winter, when you have cold hands, it's a good way to warm them up. Okay, I would say that's it for part 1. So stay tuned for part 2. I don't know if it comes in 2-3 days or if it comes next weekend. Just in case, hit the bell notification, subscribe to the channel for more of Karlovy Vary.